academic settings. Professional audiences. Hiring committees want clear articulation of your value. Colleagues need practical applications rather than theoretical depth. Public audiences, general audiences need accessible language, compelling narratives, and explicit connections to broader relevance. This slide expands on audience awareness by addressing professional and the public audience. In professional settings, hiring committees want to hear how your skills add value. Think of explaining your English degree's relevance in a job interview. Colleagues, on the other hand, prefer practical applications over theoretical discussions. For public audiences, like at a community event, you need simple language, engaging stories, and clear connections to why your message matters. For English majors, this means adapting your literary insights for different contexts, whether pitching your skills to an employer or presenting at a public talk. This slide shows how audience awareness ensures your message resonates no matter who's listening. Adaptation strategies. Strategic adaptation doesn't mean compromising your message. It means maximizing its impact through thoughtful customization. Uh, Language adjusts terminology, complexity, and examples to match your audience's knowledge level. Structure, organize information based on what matters the most to your specific listeners. Supporting evidence, choose examples and citations that resonate with your audience's experiences and values. This slide provides practical strategies for adapting to your audience without losing your message core. It's about customizing your communication to maximize impact. First, adjust your language, use technical terms for professors, but simpler words for public audiences. Second, structure your message based on what your audience cares about most. For example, lead with practical benefits for colleagues. Finally, choose evidence like quotes or examples that connects to your audience's experiences or values. For English majors, this is like tailoring a literary analysis to a professor's expertise or a public talk to a general crowd. This slide equips you with tools to make your communication relevant and impactful for any audiences. The unspoken contracts, purpose, and intent. To inform. To inform when your goals is to increase understanding, clarity becomes paramount. Structure information logically, use precise language, and verify comprehension through feedback mechanisms. Example, explaining the historical context of Victorian literature to provide a framework for understanding Jane Eyre. This slide introduces the second pillar of effective communication, purposeful intent, starting with the goal of informing. When your aim is to inform, clarity is key. You need to organize your information logically, use precise language, and check that your audience understands, perhaps by asking for feedback. The example given is explaining the historical context of Victorian literature to help others understand Jane Eyre. For English majors, this might happen in a seminar when you're presenting background on a novel. This slide teaches you to focus on clarity and structure when your goal is to educate, ensuring your audience walks away with a clear understanding of your message. To entertain, when engaging audiences through storytelling or performances, prioritize narrative flow, emotional connection, and memorable delivery. Example, performing a dramatic reading from a streetcar named Desire for a Theater appreciation class. To persuade when seeking to change minds or inspire action, emphasize evidence, address counter arguments, and appeal to both logic and emotion. Example, advocating for a particular interpretation of ambiguous symbolism in The Great Gatsby during a seminar discussion. This slide continues exploring purposeful intent, focusing on entertaining and persuading. When your goal is to entertain, like performing a dramatic reading of a streetcar named Desire for a Theater class, your prioritize storytelling, emotional connection, and a memorable delivery to captivate your audience. When persuading, such as arguing for specific interpretation for symbolism in The Great Gatsby. During a seminar, you need strong evidence, address opposing views, and appeal to both logic and emotion. For English measures, these skills are vital for engaging classmates or convincing professors of your analysis. The slide shows how different purposes require different strategies, helping you adapt your communication to achieve your goal. To inspire when motivating others toward a vision or ideal, connect abstract concepts to concrete impact, use vivid imagery, and demonstrate authentic passion. Example, discussion or discussing how studying world literature expand empathy and cross-cultural understanding. The purpose of communication is not to speak or to be heard, but to be understood. If your audience doesn't receive the message you intended, the communication has failed, regardless of how eloquently you delivered it. This slide completes the discussion on purposeful intent by focusing on inspiring others. When your goal is to inspire, like discussing how world literature fosters empathy and cross-cultural understanding. You connect big ideas to real-world impact, use vivid imagery, and show genuine passion. This approach motivates your audience to see the value in your message. The quote reminds us that communication succeeds only when your audience understands your intended message, no matter how eloquently you speak. For English majors, this is key when presenting ideas that aim to inspire classmates or professors. This slide emphasizes that purpose drives impact and inspiration requires authenticity and connection. The invisible stage, contextual mastery. Where are you speaking? Context shapes communication as profoundly as content does. The physical environment, time constraints, technological considerations, and the cultural setting all create framework that influences how your message is received and interpreted. Physical environments. Class room seminars require different projection than intimate discussions. Large lecture halls need more dynamic movement and vocal variety. Outdoor settings demand strategies for managing distractions. This slide introduces the third pillar of effective communication, contextual mastery. Context where and how you speak in shapes your message as much as its content. The slide focuses on physical environments. For example, a classroom seminar requires a different vocal projection than a one-on-one discussion. Large lectures halls demand dynamic movement and a varied vocal a tone to keep the audience engaged. Outdoor settings require strategies to handle distractions like noise or wind. For English measures, this means adapting your delivery, whether you're in a small seminar or a large lecture. This slide teaches you to consider the physical place and space to ensure your message is received clearly and effectively. Technical considerations, environmental factors that can make or break your communication include linguistics, room size, ceiling heights, and materials, effective voice projection, lighting effects, audience engagement, and ability to see visual aids, layout, setting, arrangement, impacts, interaction, dynamics, technology, microphones, projectors, and digital platforms require preparation. This slide continues the discussion on contextual mastery, focusing on technical considerations. The environment you're speaking in can make or break your communication. Acoustics, room size, ceiling height, or materials impact how well your voice carries. Lighting affects whether the audience can see you or your visual aids clearly. The room's layout, like setting arrangements, influences how interactive your presentation can be. And technology such as microphones or projectors requires preparation to avoid glitches. For English measures, this is crucial when presenting in varied settings, from classrooms to virtual platforms. This slide teaches you to plan for these factors to ensure your message is delivered smoothly and professionally. Contextual mastery, cultural context. Beyond physical setting, effective communicators recognize the invisible cultural frameworks that shape interpretation. Academic norms, expectations for formality, evidence, and argumentation vary by discipline. Professional standards and in industry specific communication styles affect how messages are received. This slide wraps up contextual mastery by focusing on cultural context beyond physical settings. Cultural factors shape how your message is interpreted. In academic settings, norms vary by discipline. English professors expect formal arguments with evidence, while other fields might prioritize different styles in professional settings. Industries have unique communication styles. For example, publishing might value creativity, while low emphasis precision. For English majors, understanding these cultural nuances is key when presenting to professors or networking in professional fields. This slide highlights the importance of adapting to cultural expectations to ensure your message resonates with your audience's values and norms. Chapter 3, Mastering the Instrument. You are the medium. In written communication, your words stand alone on the page. In oral communication, you yourself become the medium through which your message travels. Your voice, body, presence, and listening skills are the instruments that bring your ideas to life. Welcome to Chapter 3, Mastering the Instrument. This slide introduces the idea that in oral communication, you are the medium. Your voice, body, presence, and listening skills are the tools that bring your ideas to life. Unlike writing, where your words stand alone, speaking requires you to embody your message. For English majors, this means translating the eloquence of your essays into dynamic verbal delivery. This chapter will explore how to refine these personal instruments with the same care you apply to your writing, ensuring your ideas are delivered with impact. This slide sets the stage for learning practical techniques to control your voice, body, and presence. This chapter explores how to develop and control these personal instruments with the same precision and the care that you apply to your written work, just as you revise a paper to perfection. You can refine your delivery to ensure your brilliant ideas receive the reception they deserve. This slide continues the introduction to Chapter 3, emphasizing that your voice, body, and presence can be refined just like a written draft. As English majors, you're used to revising essays to make them perfect. The chapter applies that same mindset to oral communication, teaching you to polish your delivery with precision. By mastering your personal instruments, you ensure your ideas, whether about literature or life, are received as powerfully as they deserve. This slide prepares you to dive into specific techniques for controlling your voice, body, language, and the presence, transforming you into a confident and compelling communicator. The human voice, the unsung hero, your voice. The human voice is the most perfect instrument of all our parts. Composer, your voice is far more than just a vehicle for words. It's an instrument or tremendous nuance and power. The same words delivered with different vocal qualities can convey entirely different meanings. Mastering your voice means controlling several distinct elements. This slide introduces the critical role of your voice in oral communication, quoting composer Arvo Part. The human voice is the most perfect instrument of all. Your voice isn't just a tool for delivering words, it's a powerful instrument that conveys nuance and emotion. The same sentence can mean different things depending on how you say it. For English majors, this is like choosing the perfect word in an essay. Your verbal qualities shape your message's impact. This slide sets up a deeper exploration of vocal elements like volume, space, pitch, and articulation, teaching you to master your voice to make your literary insights or arguments resonate with your audience. Volume projection. Match your volume to room size and audience distance. Use volume variation strategically for emphasis. Project from your diaphragm, not your throat. Avoid the common pitfall of trailing off at sentence endings, pass, and rhythm. Speak at 120 to 150 words per minute for optimal comprehension. Slow down for complex ideas and key points. Use strategic pauses to create emphasis and allow precision. Vary space to maintain engagement and signal transitions. The slide dives into two key elements of mastering your voice: volume and projection, and pace and rhythm. For volume, match your loudness to the room, louder for large spaces, softer for intimate settings. Vary your volume for emphasis, project from your diaphragm for clarity, and avoid fading out at sentence ends. For pace, aim for 120 to 150 words per minute for clear comprehension, slowing down for complex ideas like literary theory, strategic pauses, emphasize key points, and varying your pace keeps listeners engaged. For English majors, this is like pacing a narrative essay. Control these elements to make your seminar presentations or discussions clear and compelling. This slide gives you practical tools to refine your vocal delivery. Pitch and tone. Lower pitch trends to convey authority to confidence. Pitch variation prevents monotony and maintains interest. Tone conveys emotional content beyond your words. Match tone to content, warmth for connection, precision for analysis, articulation and clarity. Fully pronounce word endings to enhance comprehension. Practice difficult pronunciations, especially for literary terminology. Eliminate filler words, like, you know, just like you know. Record yourself to identify personal speech patterns. This slide continues exploring vocal mastery, focusing on pitch and tone, and articulation and clarity. A lower pitch conveys authority, while varying your pitch keeps listeners engaged. Your tone warm for connection, precise for analysis, adds emotional depth to your words. For articulation, pronounce word endings clearly, especially for literary terms like postmodernism. Practice tricky words, eliminate fillers like and record yourself to post spot habits. For English majors, this is crucial for presenting complex ideas clearly in seminars or interviews. This slide provides actionable steps to polish your voice, ensuring your literary insights are delivered with confidence and clarity. Case study. Margaret Thatcher worked with voice coach Lawrence Oliver to lower her pitch and develop a more authoritative tone. This vocal transformation significantly enhanced her perceived leadership qualities and command presence. Your voice reveals more about you than you might realize. Listeners make immediate judgments about your confidence, competence, and credibility based on vocal qualities alone. The good news, these elements are entirely trainable with consistent practice and feedback. Uh, this slide wraps up the discussion on your voice with a compelling case study and key takeaway. Margaret Thatcher, guided by voice, Coach Lawrence Oliver lowered her pitch to sound more authoritative, transforming her leadership presence. This shows the power of vocal training. Your voice shapes how others perceive your confidence and credibility, crucial for English majors presenting in class or interviews for jobs. The good news is that these skills are trainable with practice and feedback, like recording yourself or seeking peer input. This slide inspires you to see your voice as a moldable tool on you, one you can refine to amplify your ideas and make a lasting impression. A silent language, body speaks volume. While your voice carries your words, your body communicates a parallel message that can either reinforce or contradict what you're saying. Research suggests that in face-to-face communication, up to 55% of your messages impact comes from nonverbal cues. Mastering this silent language is essential for ensuring your body amplifies rather than undermines your message. This slide introduces the importance of body language in oral communication. While your voice delivers your body and your word, your body sends a parallel message that can either support or weaken your spoken message. Research shows that up to 55% of your message's impact in face-to-face settings comes from nonverbal cues like gestures and posture. For English majors, this is critical. When presenting in seminars or interviews, where your body language can reinforce your literary arguments or undermine your confidence. This slide emphasizes that mastering this silent language ensures your body align with your words, amplifying your message's impact and making you a more persuasive communicator. Eye contact. Make a brief 3 to 5 second connections with individuals throughout your audience. Use the lighthouse technique. Scan the room in a methodical pattern. Avoid selling gathers and shoe inspectors patterns in virtual settings. Look directly at the camera to create connection, posture, and the movement. Stand with weight evenly distributed, shoulders back. Move with purpose. Avoid random pacing or rocking. Use movement to signal transitions between ideas. Create visual interests through deliberate positioning. This slide provides specific strategies for mastering body language, focusing on eye contact and posture. For eye contact, make brief 3 to 5 second connections with audience members using a lighthouse technique to scan the room methodically, avoiding staring at the ceiling or floor. In virtual setting, look at the camera to connect. For posture, stand confidently with even weight and shoulders back, moving purposefully to signal transitions or add interest, avoiding random pacing. For English measures, these techniques enhance seminar presentations or job interviews, ensuring your body language reinforces your literary insights. The slide gives you practical tools to make your nonverbal communication as compelling as your words. Gestures. Use natural, purpose-driven movements that reinforce your message. Keep gestures above waist level and within your gesture box. Avoid self-comforting behaviors, hair touching, face rubbing. Match gesture size to venue size. Larger rooms need bigger movements. Facial expression. Match expressions to content. Enthusiasm. For positive pointing, be aware that nervousness often creates a flat or tense expression. Practice opening your face to appear more approachable. Remember that expressions read differently across cultures. This slide continues the body language discussion, focusing on gestures and facial expressions. Use natural gestures that reinforce your message, keeping them above your waist within a gesture box to avoid distraction. Avoid nervous habits like touching your hair and scale gestures to the room size. Bigger for larger venues. For facial expressions, match your expression to your content, like showing enthusiasm for existing ideas. Nervousness can make your face look flat or tense. So practice an open, approachable expression, noting cultural differences in how expressions are perceived. For English measures, this ensures your seminar or interview delivery is engaging and authentic, amplifying your verbal message. Amy Cudzy, Power Pose Research, Harvard psychologist Amy Cuddy's research demonstrated that adopting power poses for just 2 minutes before important communication situations reduces cholesterol, reduces cortisol, stress hormone levels by approximately 25%, increases testosterone, confidence hormone by approximately 20%, significantly improves the performance ratings and outcomes in high pressure speaking situations. This slide highlights Amy Cuddy's research on power poses to boost confidence in communication. Cuddy, a Harvard psychologist, found that um, standing in a confidence pose like hands on hips for just 2 minutes before speaking reduces stress hormones by 25%, increases confidence hormones by 25%, and improves performance in high pressure situations. For English measures, this is a game changer for presentations or interviews where nervous can undermine your delivery by practicing power poses. You can walk into any speaking situation feeling more confident and in control. This slide offers a science-backed techniques to enhance your nonverbal presence, ensuring you project confidence when sharing your ideas. The magnet, the magnetic pole, commanding presence. What separates a merely competent speaker from one who captivates an audience? That an affectable quality called presence, the ability to command attention, connect authentically, and create memorable impact. While some aspects of presence may seem innate, the core elements can be developed through deliberate practice. This slide introduces the concept of presence, the quality that makes a speaker captivating. Presence is about commanding attention, connecting authenticity, authentically, and leaving a lasting impression. While it might seem like some people are born with it, the slide assures for you and assures you that presence can be developed through practice. For English majors, presence is what makes uh, your seminar presentation or job interview memorable, turning your literary insights into a compelling performance. This slide sets the stage for learning how to cultivate authenticity, confidence, and passion, transforming you from a competent speaker into one who truly captivates your audience. The foundations of presence, authenticity, audiences can detect insincerity instantly. True presence begins with bringing your genuine self to each communication situation. This doesn't mean being unprepared or unprofessional. It means finding your unique voice rather than adopting an artificial presentation persona. This slide dives into the first foundation of commanding presence. Authenticity, audiences can spot insincerity right away. So true presence comes from being your genuine self, not adopting a fake presenter persona. For English majors, this means letting your passion for literature or your unique perspective shine through. Whether discussing Shakespeare or interviewing for a job, authenticity doesn't mean being unprepared. It's about delivering your message in a way that feels true to you. This slide encourages you to embrace your individuality, ensuring your communication feels natural and connects deeply with your audience, making your ideas more impactful. Confidence. Confidence isn't the absence of nervousness, it's the commitment to your message despite nervousness. Develop confidence through preparation, visualization techniques, and incremental challenges that expand your comfort zone. This slide focusing on the second foundation of presence, confidence. Confidence doesn't mean never feeling nervous. It's about staying uh, um, committed to your message, even when you are. You can build confidence through preparation, like practicing your seminar presentation, visualizing success, or taking on small speaking challenges to grow your comfort zone. For English measures, this is key when presenting complex literary, analyzing, or facing a job interview. This slide offers practical ways to boost confidence, ensuring you deliver your ideas with conviction, making your audience trust you in your expertise and engage with your message. Passion nothing is more compelling than a speaker who genuinely cares about their topic. Find the aspects of your subject that genuinely excite you and let that enthusiasm shine through. Your energy creates a contagious atmosphere that draws listeners in.